Good evening, good evening. It is day 70 of Fortitude Through Stoicism. And I always talk about implementing this ancient philosophy into the life of a modern masculine man, but I don't really talk about it as much. I talk about the quotes, I talk about some insights that I may have had. So I do want to kind of open up and be more vulnerable. I'm going to share more of my life. This is my journey, so it's my story, and it's really for me. So again, I love today's lesson about, this is in the Daily Stoic by Ryan Holiday. Find yourself a Stoic. For me, it's March 10th in the book. Find yourself a Cato. Now, the backstory. Cato the Younger, a Roman politician best known for his self-discipline and heroic defense of the Republic against Julius Caesar. He appears constantly throughout Stoic literature, which is interesting because he didn't write anything, he didn't teach any lectures, he taught no classes, he gave no interviews. His bold and brave example is what made him commonly cited and quoted as a philosopher. Seneca tells us that we should have our own Cato, a great and noble person we allow into our minds and use to guide our actions, even when they're not physically present. The economist Adam Smith had a similar concept, which he called the indifferent spectator. It doesn't have to be an actual person, just someone who, like Seneca, can stand witness to our behavior. Someone who can quietly admonish us if we're considering doing something lazy, dishonest, or selfish. And if we do right, live our lives in such a way, perhaps we can serve as someone else's Cato, or an indifferent spectator when we need it. So, real life, real talk. I am a pro-dominant. What does that mean? It means I've been compensated in some way for my domination services. No, I'm not a escort or pay-for-play or anything like that. My kink has always been in mentoring and guiding people so they can achieve more than they thought they could. I do that in many ways. I do that in the business world, and I do that in the professional world. I do it in the business world as a high-level business consultant. I do it in my personal life as a dominant and head of a house. I am in essence a Cato. I live a very disciplined life. I work out twice a day, every day, and we're over 1,200 days consecutive without missing a workout. Every single day I do my Stoic study time, I read, I journal. I live the life of a modern Stoic. I am frugal. I believe in temperance. I fast every single Friday, 24 to 30 hours every Friday for voluntary suffering. But in the terms of Cato, in my home, I have another man who moved in with me, asked me for my guidance, literally wanted to attach himself to my hip. He needed a Cato. I have a friend from New York coming down, a female friend who's going to work with me on a business project. Again, same thing. She needs a Cato. I have contractual relationships with submissives. I am their Cato. With this comes a tremendous responsibility. All their eyes, and the eyes of my children, and my business partners, are always on me. Once you start going down this path and you are recognized for someone who has some level of self-mastery, some level of self-discipline, and you have a plan for your life, what that does is it creates a safe place for other people where they can embark on a journey of personal discovery, self-development, in a community where they're supported and loved and not judged. There's no judging in my house. I mean, I'll call people out when they're below the line in the mindset. I always do. I did it this morning. Somebody's having a sugar soda in my home. That's just a no. That's a hard no. We don't do that. We don't do that because we love ourselves. Our body is our temple. And if we respect ourselves, we're not going to put that trash in our body. And if we love the people who are in our sphere, now we're not going to tell them what to do, but we're going to support them because I know that that's not in alignment with her goals. The man that I'm mentoring and coaching This morning he says, he felt like he deserved a reward. Well, haven't even made it one lap around the track yet, brother. Let's pump the brakes. Let's do the work first. In my opinion, as a man, if you can't pull yourself up over that bar in a pull-up, you should not be celebrating. You should be punishing yourself. I am not so sure, because my commitment to being impeccable with my word allows me to silently and quietly admonish someone. Because if someone has put their faith and trust in my hands to help guide them and take them to a place they didn't think they can go, it is my responsibility to hold them accountable. It is my responsibility to openly admonish them and challenge them. And it's not in a judging way. It's hey, you said you wanted to do this. That path goes the wrong way. You are on the wrong path. We're over here. Now, I can't walk it for you. I can walk next to you, but it's over here, brother. Where are we going? Because I want to go this way. I want to go to the place where our goals go. Over there is mediocrity land. That's where people complain and make excuses, and they give themselves rewards. Oh, poor baby, you work so hard. Oh my God, you work 10 hours a day. You lost 3 pounds. Oh my God, so challenging. Maybe we should just throw a celebration in your honor. Or you can humble yourself and drop the fucking ego and do the real work like I do. No matter how much I win. Fine, that was too easy. What's the next thing? I'm not celebrating that because I already did it. It wasn't worth it if I did that easily. I'm still alive. No one died. Find yourself a Cato. Coach, mentor, dominant. And yeah, this is real. This is me being vulnerable. People are going to attack me, and I really don't care because as a Stoic, I don't care about the opinions of others. I put my energy into moving my house, myself, and my business forward. Guys, have a great night. Tomorrow's a monster day for me. I'm actually in Chicago. Let's go, Chicago. As you know, I'm a consultant. I've been running projects on site now with the same company, representing about 7 different consulting companies for the last year, all over the country. And I'm being brought in to talk about actually being in a PM role where I would open and manage, up to 10, 15 projects all across the country at one time. So this is a major, 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 major day for me. I have prepared. I have done everything in my control that I can do. The result, I'm indifferent. If I get to position, it's my fate. If I don't get to position, reverse clause, it's also my fate. I move on to the next thing. Guys, long one today. Love you. Let's do it.